Turns out the truth is that Carl Pantram was defiant. When Pantram received his death sentence, he didn't take it lying down. Instead, he issued a chilling threat. He would kill anyone who dared to intervene on his behalf. This bold declaration reflected his refusal to be submissive, even in the face of such a grave outcome. Pantram's attitude captivated public attention and sparked discussions about the psychological state of individuals facing such extreme penalties. Many wondered how someone could maintain such defiance while confronting the end of their own life. His actions revealed a complex interplay of fear, anger, and perhaps even a desire for control in a situation where he had so little. As the world watched, the question lingered. What drives a person to such extremes when everything is at stake? Carl Pantram's story serves as a harrowing reminder of the depths of human emotion and the choices made in dire circumstances. Meet Armando, the world's most expensive pigeon. Recently, a Belgian pigeon named Armando has taken the racing world by storm, fetching an astonishing price of $1.4 million at auction. What makes this bird so extraordinary? Armando is not just any bird. He is recognized as the best long-distance racing pigeon of all time, showcasing abilities that have amazed enthusiasts and collectors alike. Racing pigeons are trained to fly back home from long distances, and Armando has shown remarkable speed and endurance, winning numerous prestigious races. His exceptional lineage and performance history contribute to his lofty price, making him a prized possession for serious fanciers. In the world of pigeon racing, Armando's story highlights the fierce competition and dedication behind this unique sport. Who would have thought that a bird could be worth so much? Here's what actually happens when a babirusa grows tusks. The babirusa pig from Indonesia is famous for its striking and unusual tusks, which can grow so long and curved that they actually pierce the pig's own snout. These impressive tusks, found only in males, help define the babirusa's unique look, making it a fascinating creature in the animal kingdom. Living in tropical forests, this agile pig is not just known for its beauty, but also for its diet. Babirusas are omnivorous, munching on a variety of foods including fruits, roots, and small animals. Despite their unusual appearance, they are very well adapted to their environment. The tusks serve multiple purposes, helping in mating displays, as well as defending against predators. Can you imagine a pig with tusks that actually grow back into its own face? It's a wild adaptation that showcases the wonders of evolution in these incredible animals. Let's uncover the truth about cloud colors. Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered why some clouds are fluffy white, while others look gray and heavy? The secret lies in the tiny water droplets that make up these clouds. When sunlight hits these droplets, they reflect the light, which is why clouds often appear white. Thinner clouds let more sunlight shine through, making them look bright and airy. On the flip side, thicker clouds have a higher concentration of water droplets, which absorb more light and scatter it, giving them that darker grayish appearance. These gray clouds often signal that rain may be on the way. So the next time you gaze up at the sky, remember that the color of clouds isn't just a pretty sight. It's nature's way of hinting at the weather to come. Isn't it fascinating how something so simple can tell us so much? Why exactly does St. Elmo's fire glow during storms? This fascinating phenomenon features a blue or violet glow that pops up around sharp objects during thunderstorms. Essentially, St. Elmo's fire is caused by an electrical discharge in the atmosphere, which occurs when the air becomes supercharged with electricity during stormy weather. When the electric field around a sharp point, like the tip of a ship's mast or an airplane wing, reaches a certain strength, it can ionize the air, creating that stunning and eerie glow. Although it might look a bit spooky, don't worry. St. Elmo's fire is harmless and has amazed sailors and pilots for centuries, often seen as a good omen or a mystical sign. Many people believe this magical sight brings protection and safety during perilous storms. Next time you hear thunder or see lightning, keep an eye out. Who knows when you might witness this incredible display? This might surprise you. Proboscis monkeys in Brunei. These captivating primates, often recognized by their long noses and vibrant social behavior, are a unique sight in the rainforests of Brunei. Specifically, they thrive in the lush mangrove forests and riverbanks, particularly within Ulu Temburong National Park, which serves as an essential conservation area. This park is special as it protects diverse wildlife, with proboscis monkeys being the star attraction. Wildlife enthusiasts flock here not only to see these fascinating creatures, but also to engage in ecotourism that supports conservation efforts. The government of Brunei prioritizes the protection of these monkeys, enforcing strict regulations to combat threats like deforestation and illegal hunting. As you explore the park, you can witness these playful monkeys swinging gracefully through trees, demonstrating their social interactions and unique vocalizations. Observing them in their natural habitat is more than a simple trip. It's an immersive experience that highlights the importance of preserving biodiversity and the delicate balance of rainforest ecosystems. Are you ready to embrace the wonder of nature? Did you know that Pantone chose peach floss for 2024? This delightful hue, a lovely blend of soft pink and warm orange, is more than just a pretty color. It reflects our collective emotions and trends for the year ahead. Each year, the Pantone Color Institute dives deep into what's happening in our world, looking at everything from fashion to technology, art to social movements, before selecting a color that captures the spirit of the times. For 2024, peach floss embodies warmth, comfort, and a sense of joy, offering a velvety touch that invites positivity. In a time when many of us crave connection and cheer, this color is like a breath of fresh air, reminding us of sunny days and cozy moments spent with loved ones. So whether you're decorating your home, revamping your wardrobe, or simply looking for inspiration, peach floss is set to be everywhere this year. How will you embrace this vibrant shade? You won't believe this about your brain's power. For years, a popular myth claimed that Americans only use 10% of their brains, but neuroscience has shattered that misconception. Thanks to advanced brain imaging technologies like MRI scans, researchers have discovered that almost every part of the brain is active, even when we are at rest. Each region of the brain has a specialized function, from processing emotions to controlling movement and even forming memories. This myth often appears in movies and motivational speeches, giving the impression that we have untapped potential waiting to be unlocked. However, scientific evidence clearly shows that our brains are always working, efficiently managing countless tasks, big and small. So the next time you hear someone say we only use a fraction of our brains, you can confidently set the record straight. Believe it or not, this artist is blind. A remarkable Turkish artist has spent decades creating stunning paintings, defying the odds by doing so without any sight. Teaching himself to paint using only touch and the power of memory, he proves that creativity knows no bounds. This artist carefully feels the textures of his materials, immersing himself in each stroke of paint as he brings his vivid imagination to life on canvas. His work captures emotions and landscapes that many can only visualize through sight. By relying on his other senses and intuition, he encourages us all to consider how art can transcend physical limitations. His inspiring journey challenges our perspectives on disability, showing that true passion can lead to incredible achievements. How can we further embrace such creativity that flourishes beyond vision? Here's a wild fact about gift giving in Taiwan. In Taiwan, the tradition of gift giving is not just a social nicety. It plays a crucial role in fostering connections and demonstrating respect during social interactions. When you receive an invitation to someone's home, arriving empty-handed is simply not an option. Guests often bring thoughtful gifts such as beautifully packaged teas, locally sourced fruits, or a selection of delectable candies, all carefully chosen to reflect both the host's hospitality and the guest's appreciation. This practice transcends the physical items exchanged. It embodies the bonds of friendship and family, reinforcing a culture rich in gratitude and respect. The act of giving a gift is a wonderful way to deepen relationships, whether during festive celebrations or simple get-togethers. Moreover, this custom serves as an opportunity to share aspects of your own culture while delighting your host with unique local flavors. So if you're planning a visit to Taiwan, remember to pack a small token of your appreciation. It's more than just a gift. It's a bridge to meaningful connections. Ever thought about why jersey numbers matter? When baseball legend Luke Garrick stepped away from the game, his jersey number was retired in a tribute that had never been granted before. This remarkable honor emphasizes how Garrick's impact stretched beyond statistics. He wasn't just a great player. His journey embodied resilience, showcasing strength through struggles, and ultimately, how to say goodbye with grace. Facing a battle with a severe illness, Garrick became a symbol of courage and determination, inspiring countless fans and future players alike. His influence extends into the present, reminding us that sports are about more than just winning or losses. They tell stories of human spirit and connection. Garrick's legacy continues to inspire, prompting us to ask ourselves what we can learn from athletes who handle challenges with such dignity. Isn't it fascinating how a number can carry so much weight in sports history? Did you know hydrogen faces big challenges? While hydrogen is often praised for its potential as a clean energy source, hurdles still stand in its way. One major challenge is the high cost of production. Currently, producing hydrogen can be more expensive than generating energy from sources like solar panels. This price gap can deter companies and governments from investing in hydrogen technologies. Additionally, hydrogen's low density makes it tricky to store efficiently, complicating the development of the necessary refueling infrastructure. Imagine if we could harness hydrogen more effectively. It could help reduce carbon emissions and shift us closer to a sustainable future. However, overcoming these challenges is crucial if hydrogen is to play a significant role in our energy landscape. Will innovation and policy changes pave the way for a hydrogen revolution? Why is Julia Louis-Dreyfus an Emmy legend? Julia Louis-Dreyfus has made history by winning 6 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actress in a comedy series, an achievement that highlights her incredible talent and versatility. This remarkable actress won 5 of those awards in consecutive years, setting a record that showcases her dominance in television comedy. Her roles in iconic shows like Seinfeld and Veep not only entertained audiences, but also shaped the landscape of modern comedy. Each Emmy symbolizes not just her individual excellence, but the broader narrative of women in television, proving that they can deliver powerful performances that resonate with viewers. Fans and critics alike have praised her unique ability to blend humor with depth, making every character she portrays unforgettable. Her commitment to the craft and willingness to tackle diverse roles ensure that she remains a vital part of the TV industry. As she continues to break barriers and inspire future generations of actors, one can't help but ask, what will she achieve next? Surprisingly, it's a fact that our teeth rival shark teeth. You might be amazed to discover that human teeth, like the formidable teeth of sharks, possess incredible strength due to their composition of enamel, the hardest substance found in our bodies. However, sharks have a notable advantage. They can continuously lose and regrow their teeth throughout their lives, sometimes shedding thousands over time. In contrast, humans typically only get 2 sets of teeth. First, our baby teeth, which fall out, and then our permanent teeth, which we hope will last into old age. Isn't it fascinating that while our teeth are built to endure significant wear and tear, we can only replace them once? This limitation highlights the critical importance of dental care for us. Tooth decay or damage can result in painful gaps or costly dental procedures. Our teeth also reflect our overall health, serving as indicators of nutrition and hygiene. So while our teeth share the strength of shark teeth, it's essential that we prioritize good dental habits to maintain our unique set and ensure they serve us well throughout our lives. Prepare to be amazed by Darth Vader's lasting legacy. In a surprising turn, the talented James Earl Jones, the voice marking the essence of one of cinema's most menacing villains, has officially retired from voicing Darth Vader since 2022. His rich and commanding tones help shape the character we revere in legendary films like the original Star Wars trilogy. But fear not, devoted fans. Lucasfilm has devised an innovative solution to keep the Dark Lord's voice alive through archival recordings paired with advanced AI technology, ensuring that audiences still experience the fearsome presence of Darth Vader in future projects. This exciting development opens up fascinating discussions about the evolving landscape of voice acting and how technology enhances storytelling. With AI skillfully blending with Jones's recordings, we stand at the edge of a thrilling era for Star Wars fans, where Vader's chilling voice continues to echo across the galaxy. As new tales unfold, we can ponder what this means for creativity and tradition in the ever-expanding universe of Star Wars. What if I told you Michael Phelps can golf too? In 2012, the legendary Olympic swimmer made a splash in an entirely different sport when he achieved an astounding 159-foot putt at the Dunhill Links Championship in Scotland. This remarkable feat not only showcased Phelps's impressive athleticism, but also earned him a spot in the record books for the longest televised golf putt ever made. Imagine the precision required to sink a putt from that distance, especially for someone more known for his swimming prowess than his golfing skills. Phelps's achievement surprised many as he effortlessly transitioned from the pool to the green, demonstrating qualities like focus and determination that made him a champion swimmer. This unforgettable moment highlighted how even athletes renowned for one sport can surprise us with their talents in others. How many more records could he break in different sports? Ever wondered why owls gather in a parliament? This intriguing name for a group of owls reflects their long-standing connection to wisdom and knowledge. Owls have fascinated humans for centuries, often appearing in folklore and mythology as symbols of sagacity. The term parliament comes from the notion that these birds, with their serious expressions and wide eyes, seem to be in deep discussions about the mysteries of the night. Generally found in wooded areas, owls are superb hunters known for their incredible night vision and silent flight. Unlike many other birds, they have specialized feathers that allow them to swoop down on prey without a sound. Observing these remarkable creatures in their natural habitat can feel like watching the world's most thoughtful committee meeting. So, next time you hear an owl hooting in the dark, think about that parliament meeting happening under the stars. What if I told you about Jack the Ripper's chilling mystery? This infamous figure of London's dark history struck fear into the hearts of its citizens in 1880 by brutally murdering at least 5 women. The victims, often referred to as the Canonical Five, were found in the Whitechapel district, leading to widespread panic and a media frenzy. Despite numerous investigations and a long list of suspects, the true identity of Jack the Ripper remains an enigma, baffling historians and true crime fans alike. The gruesome nature of the crimes and the killer's ability to evade capture have kept the mystery alive for over a century. Speculations range from him being a local butcher to even a member of the royal family. The story continues to captivate the imagination, inspiring countless books, films, and theories. Why does this unsolved case still fascinate so many people today? Prepare to be amazed by Venus's backward sun movement. Unlike Earth, where the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, Venus flips this routine upside down. On our neighboring planet, the sun greets the morning from the west and bids farewell in the east. This strange phenomenon happens because Venus rotates on its axis in the opposite direction to most planets in our solar system, a motion scientists call retrograde rotation. It takes about 243 Earth days for Venus to complete one full rotation, which is longer than its year of about 225 Earth days. This oddity creates a unique day-night cycle that is nothing like our own. So if you stood on Venus, you'd witness a sunset before you even started your day, a magical but confusing experience. Imagine trying to set your watch on a planet where everything is flipped. How incredible is that? Yam festivals in West Africa are a vibrant celebration. In many villages, yams are more than just a food staple. They symbolize life, culture, and community spirit. In Nigeria, the largest producer of yams, which accounts for over 60% of the world's supply, these tubers are celebrated with grand festivals. Imagine colorful parades filled with dancing, singing, and mouth-watering feasts where families and friends gather to honor the harvest. The Yam Festival marks the end of the farming season and thanks the earth for its bounty. During this time, local farmers showcase their biggest and finest yams, sometimes even competing for the title of Yam King. The joyous atmosphere is infectious, as villagers dress in traditional attire, and everyone, young and old, participates in lively dances. These celebrations are not only about food, but also about fostering community bonds and preserving cultural heritage. So next time you enjoy a yam dish, think about its significance and the people who honor it with such festivity. What an incredible story behind a simple tuber. Did you know that surfing without waves is possible? The Flightboard is an innovative electric surfboard that takes the thrill of surfing to an entirely new level. Created by world record holder David Truern, this amazing device lets you glide across the water at impressive speeds, all without needing the ocean's waves. How does it work? The Flightboard is equipped with an electric motor and a rechargeable battery, offering a sustainable surfing experience that's both fun and eco-friendly. Imagine cruising through lakes or calm waters while controlling your speed with just a handheld remote. It's perfect for those who love adventure but might not live near the ocean or want to surf in less than great conditions. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a curious newcomer, the Flightboard opens up a whole new world of water sports. Why not give it a try and see for yourself? Believe it or not, quasars shine over 1 trillion times brighter than the sun. These astonishing cosmic phenomena are actually supermassive black holes at the centers of distant galaxies, surrounded by swirling gas and dust. As the black holes consume surrounding material, they heat up to incredible temperatures, emitting intense energy that can outshine entire galaxies. Quasars were first discovered in the 1960s, and they quickly captivated astronomers because of their brightness and distance. Some quasars are so far away that their light takes billions of years to reach us, meaning we see them as they were in the early universe. This remarkable light can be observed across vast distances, allowing scientists to learn more about the conditions and evolution of the cosmos over time. The study of quasars also offers clues about the growth of black holes and the formation of galaxies. Given their extraordinary power and unique nature, these luminous objects help astronomers unlock the secrets of the universe. So what else do these brilliant cosmic tools reveal about our universe? Here's a wild fact about ancient cotton use. Long ago, cotton wasn't just a fabric, it was a symbol of luxury and social standing. In ancient civilizations like Egypt and India, wearing cotton was a clear indicator of wealth and status. Unlike rougher materials, cotton offered unmatched comfort, making it highly sought after by the elite. Imagine attending a grand event and being identified by the soft, breathable fabric draped elegantly on your body. This luxurious textile was so prized that it often sparked trade between distant regions, connecting cultures and economies in ways we sometimes overlook today. Even heirlooms made from this material passed down through generations became treasured markers of wealth and heritage. So next time you slip on a cotton shirt, think about the thousands of years of history woven into its threads. Isn't it fascinating how something so common today used to define social circles? Let's uncover the truth about floating army tanks. In 1932, the U.S. Army had a groundbreaking idea. Why not create helium-filled tanks that could float above enemy trenches? Imagine tanks gliding effortlessly over the battlefield, appearing invincible and ready to surprise the enemy. However, this innovative concept quickly ran into a practical issue. The tanks, while buoyant, were far too fragile, resembling oversized balloons rather than sturdy war machines. The Army found that the lightweight helium failed to provide the durability necessary for real combat conditions. Just as a balloon can pop with the slightest prick, these floating tanks would easily succumb to the rigors of battle. Because of this critical flaw, the Army abandoned the project, realizing that while the idea of airborne tanks was thrilling, it didn't meet the essential requirement of strength and reliability. This intriguing episode in military history reminds us that creativity in warfare often leads to unexpected challenges. Today's tanks are designed to be powerful and protective, yet it's fascinating to ponder how the helium tank concept could have transformed the landscape of warfare. What other surprising inventions have been considered in the past? Electricians swear by this amazing tool for zip ties. The cable tie gun is a must-have for anyone working with wires and cables. This nifty gadget not only tightens zip ties securely, but also cuts them cleanly, making it a favorite among professionals. Imagine you're wiring a new home or setting up complex lighting systems. Using a cable tie gun speeds up the process by ensuring everything is neat and tidy. With precision tightening, it prevents the ties from being too loose or too tight, which can lead to damage or failure. Plus, it helps reduce the risk of injury from sharp edges. Many electricians find that this tool saves time and hassle during projects, allowing them to focus on the big picture rather than fiddling with zip ties. So next time you see a tangle of wires, you might wonder how those electricians keep it so organized. Chances are it's thanks to their trusty cable tie gun. What if I told you about the giant Glyptodon? This prehistoric mammal, which roamed South America around 10,000 years ago, was truly a sight to behold. Imagine an armadillo the size of a small car, like a Fiat 600, rolling through ancient landscapes. The Glyptodon had a tough, protective shell that shielded it from predators, acting like its own personal fortress. Its reinforced tail was not just for show, it could be used as a weapon against attackers. Living in a world where saber-toothed cats roamed, the Glyptodon needed every bit of armor it could muster. Evidence suggests it could weigh up to a ton, making it one of the largest known creatures of its time. Unfortunately, as the climate changed and humans started to encroach on their habitats, these fascinating animals went extinct. Isn't it amazing to think about the diverse creatures that once inhabited our planet? Did you know that emoji started in Japan's mobile internet revolution? The emoji, a colorful and expressive tool we now use daily, was invented by Shigetaka Kurita. While working on Japan's first mobile internet system in the late 1990s, Kurita realized that plain text couldn't always capture emotions. To solve this, he designed a set of 176 pixel-based icons that included faces, weather symbols, and everyday objects. This simple yet brilliant innovation allowed people to convey feelings and ideas more vividly than ever before. By adding visual flair to messages, emojis transformed how we communicate, making conversations feel more personal and engaging. Today, emojis have become a global phenomenon, with thousands of options available to represent everything from emotions to food. It's fascinating to think that a small project from Japan could evolve into a universal language that connects millions of people worldwide. Did you hear about the Chongqing Metro's unique design? This metro system in China is famous for its incredible routes that actually pass through buildings. This unusual architecture was necessary due to the city's mountainous terrain, making it more practical to incorporate the metro lines directly into existing structures rather than having to build around them. As a result, commuters can hop on a train and ride through the middle of a high-rise apartment complex or a shopping mall. This fascinating approach not only saves space but also transforms the urban landscape into something that blends transportation and architecture. Riders in Chongqing experience a ride quite unlike any other, with stunning views of the city from the train windows. Next time you think about public transport, imagine traveling through a building instead of around it. How cool is that? Is it really true that this word is the longest? The word pneumonultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis is famous for being the longest word in the English language. This mouthful refers to a serious lung disease caused by inhaling very fine silica dust, often found in mines or during certain industrial activities. Imagine trying to say that word quickly. It has 45 letters and was coined in the 1930s as a way to serve as a word of the year, designed to impress and highlight the complexity of scientific terminology. While it may sound impressive, doctors usually just call it pneumoconiosis for short. Although this term isn't found in doctors' offices every day, it serves as a reminder of the importance of air quality and the risks of inhaling harmful particles. Can you think of other long words that might compete with this one? Surprisingly, secondhand smoke is a silent killer. Each year, according to the World Health Organization, secondhand smoke is linked to hundreds of thousands of deaths worldwide. This toxic mixture of chemicals, which comes from burning tobacco, poses serious health risks for non-smokers who breathe it in, especially in public spaces. People regularly exposed to secondhand smoke face an increased risk of developing respiratory diseases and even cancer. For example, children and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable, as their bodies are still developing and can't handle the harmful effects as well as adults. In response to these dangers, there have been significant efforts to ban smoking in public places, aiming to safeguard the health of everyone. By reducing exposure to secondhand smoke, communities can make safer environments that benefit all, especially those who cannot avoid the harmful effects. Why wouldn't we want to protect our loved ones from this danger? Here's a wild fact about sheep in Australia. Did you know that the sheep-to-human ratio in Australia is an astonishing 30-to-1? This fascinating figure highlights the remarkable role of sheep farming in the country's economy. Since British settlers arrived, sheep have been more than just animals. They've shaped the very landscape of Australian agriculture. Wool production became a cornerstone of the Australian economy, leading to the rise of vast sheep stations that cover immense stretches of land. These farms not only contribute to the economy, but also have woven themselves into the cultural fabric of Australia, symbolizing hard work and resilience. Today, Australia is one of the leading wool producers in the world, with sheep farming practices evolving to include sustainability and innovative technologies. Isn't it incredible how this agricultural tradition has defined a nation? Can you believe how many millionaires live in America? The United States boasts over 10 million millionaires, a staggering figure that even surpasses the entire population of Sweden, which is less than 10 million. This impressive number highlights a significant wealth distribution in the U.S., where individuals have accumulated fortunes through various avenues such as entrepreneurship, investments, and technology. Cities like New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco serve as hubs for many of these wealthy individuals, creating a vibrant economy that drives innovation and growth. Interestingly, this concentration of wealth can lead to both opportunities and challenges for the country, as discussions around income inequality and access to resources continue. So what does this mean for the American dream and the future of wealth in our society? It's a fascinating topic to explore. Did you know Flintstones wasn't an instant hit? For 8 long weeks, the creators of the Flintstones faced rejection while trying to sell their groundbreaking idea. This innovative series, which many consider the first ever primetime animated program, wasn't immediately embraced by networks. Despite their challenges, the team believed in their vision of a modern Stone Age family navigating everyday life with humor and charm. Once it finally premiered in 1960, audiences fell in love with characters like Fred, Wilma, and their quirky neighborhood friends. The series quickly gained popularity, paving the way for future animated shows and proving that perseverance pays off. Today, The Flintstones is remembered as a classic, influencing countless animated programs that followed. So next time you watch an animated series, think about the hard work and determination it took to bring this iconic show to life. The incredible survival story of Aloha Airlines Flight 243. In 1988, a routine flight took a terrifying turn when Aloha Airlines Flight 243 experienced explosive decompression at 24,000 feet. A section of the roof tore off due to the drastic pressure change, unleashing chaos inside the plane. Passengers were startled and debris flew around, but the skilled crew quickly jumped into action. They managed to stabilize the aircraft and inform the passengers about the emergency landing. With incredible teamwork and a calm demeanor, the pilots directed the airplane back to Kahului Airport, where they landed safely. Remarkably, most of the 59 passengers on board survived this harrowing experience. The incident prompted major changes in aviation safety to prevent similar events in the future. Can you believe how quickly things can change in the sky? What if I told you about Erich Remarque's transition? Before becoming a renowned best-selling novel, All Quiet on the Western Front was born from the unique journey of German sports writer Erich Remarque. Initially known for his lively sports coverage, Remarque shifted gears to explore the haunting realities of World War I. This transition wasn't just a career change. It was a deep dive into the emotional, often devastating experiences faced by soldiers. Inspired by his own observations and the stories of those around him, he painted a vivid picture of the battlefield's horrors. Remarque's ability to evoke raw feelings of loss and despair resonated with readers, making the novel a cornerstone of anti-war literature. The book challenged the glorification of war, instead presenting a poignant, unfiltered look at its impact on young lives. Its success can be attributed to Remarque's skillful storytelling, and his determination to give voice to the unheard sentiments of countless soldiers. Isn't it fascinating how a sports writer could redefine literary genres? This might surprise you. Tojo faced justice after Wabi-wa-wa-shori. During World War II, Hideki Tojo served as the Prime Minister of Japan, becoming one of the key figures determining military strategies and actions. He was pivotal in Japan's aggressive expansion across Asia, including the attack on Pearl Harbor, which drew the United States into the war. However, as the war concluded, Tojo's pivotal role also led to his downfall. In 1946, he was tried at the Tokyo War Crimes Tribunal for his actions during the war. The trial highlighted the tangled web of decisions made during wartime and how those in power are held accountable for their choices. Tojo's conviction and subsequent execution illustrate the harsh moral judgments that history often places on leaders. His case prompts us to reflect on the weight of leadership and the consequences that arise from decisions made in the heat of conflict. Why exactly did Kerry Hamill leave cryptic clues? In 1978, Kerry Hamill, a sailor from New Zealand, found himself in a dire situation after unintentionally drifting into Cambodian waters, where he was captured by the infamous Khmer Rouge. This group, known for its brutal regime during the Cambodian Civil War, imprisoned Hamill, forcing him to record a confession that would serve as part of their propaganda. However, instead of simply complying, Hamill displayed remarkable ingenuity by embedding secret messages for his family within his confession. These messages offered critical information about his whereabouts and condition, showcasing not just his survival instinct, but also a deep bond with his loved ones. Tragically, Hamill was executed, but the clues he left behind became a poignant symbol of his resilience and hope amid despair. His story raises powerful questions about the lengths a person will go to keep their loved ones informed, even in the darkest circumstances. How often do we underestimate the power of words in the face of adversity? Is it really true that octopuses have 3 hearts? Absolutely. This fascinating feature sets these intelligent creatures apart from a lot of other animals. 2 of the hearts are dedicated to pumping blood to the gills, where the octopus picks up oxygen from the water. The 3rd heart then pumps this oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. Such an efficient system helps octopuses thrive in their underwater homes. However, here's something even cooler. When an octopus swims, the heart that delivers blood to the body actually stops beating, which can make swimming a bit exhausting for them. Instead, they prefer to crawl around on the ocean floor, using their 8 arms to explore and hunt for food. With their unique physiology and unmatched intelligence, octopuses truly are among the most remarkable animals in the ocean. Surprising filming choice in The Shawshank Redemption. During the production of this iconic film, the American Humane Society raised an eyebrow at the use of a live maggot in one scene. This organization, dedicated to ensuring animal welfare in film and television productions, stepped in with concerns. Rather than compromising their artistic vision, the crew quickly found a solution by sourcing a maggot that had already died of natural causes. This choice highlights the delicate balance between creativity and ethical responsibility. The filmmakers wanted to portray a gritty prison environment authentically, but they also respected the guidelines that promote humane treatment of animals in entertainment. This behind-the-scenes decision adds an interesting layer to the film's legacy, showing that even in the pursuit of storytelling, compassion remains a priority. The maggot scene may seem like a small detail, yet it beautifully illustrates how cinematic choices can reflect deeper ethical considerations. Isn't it fascinating how even the smallest elements can stir discussions about ethics in film? Here's a wild fact about fuel tanks in Bisphol. The introduction of the fuel tank in the 19th century marked a turning point in how communities functioned, particularly in the small town of Bisphol. Before this innovation, transport relied heavily on horse-drawn carts and simple wooden vehicles. However, as fuel tanks became more common, people started to see a shift in daily life. The ability to use fuel-powered engines made transportation quicker and more efficient, leading to an economic boom. Commerce thrived as goods could travel further and faster, helping businesses grow and flourish. Additionally, this technological leap sparked population growth in Bisphol, as more jobs were created in industries reliant on motorized transport. Families were drawn to the area for work, boosting the town's population and fostering a vibrant community. The fuel tank didn't just change how people moved, it transformed the very fabric of society. Can you imagine how different life in Bissell would have been without this critical advancement? Ever wondered how vast the oceans really are? Oceans cover about 71% of our planet's surface, which is astonishing when you think about it. That's a whopping 1.332 billion cubic kilometers of water just waiting to be explored. In contrast, the land we walk on makes up only around 29% of the Earth's area. This immense expanse of water not only plays a vital role in regulating our climate, but also houses diverse ecosystems that many of us have yet to fully understand. Fascinatingly, much of the ocean remains a mystery, with scientists still discovering new species in underwater landscapes. Imagine what secrets lie beneath the waves. From the tiniest plankton to the largest whales, these waters are teeming with life. So the next time you glimpse the ocean, remember you're looking at a vast and largely uncharted world. What discoveries await us beneath the surface? Discover why Iceland served Apollo astronauts training. Iceland was chosen as the perfect backdrop for Apollo astronauts preparing for their historic moon missions because its landscapes resemble the lunar surface in remarkable ways. The volcanic craters, rugged terrain, and otherworldly features found in Iceland closely mirror what astronauts would encounter on the moon. This unique environment made it an ideal training ground for astronauts to practice navigating and conducting experiments under conditions similar to those they would face in space. The astronauts trekked through the striking black sands and encountered bizarre rock formations, honing their skills in collecting samples and operating spacesuits. Experiencing Iceland's stark beauty not only helped to prepare them for the lunar landscape, but also sparked their imaginations about the vastness of space. How amazing is it to think that a place on Earth helped propel humanity to the moon? Most people don't know this, but hospitals mislabel babies. It's surprising, but reports show that around 12 babies are sent home with the wrong parents every day in the United States alone. This startling statistic highlights a serious issue within the hospital system. Despite strict identification systems designed to prevent these mix-ups, human error can still slip through the cracks. Hospitals use wristbands and other identification measures to ensure that babies are safely matched with their parents. But sometimes mistakes happen due to busy environments or miscommunication. These errors can be particularly alarming as parents trust hospitals to care for their newborns. The consequences of a mix-up can be emotional and confusing for everyone involved. Healthcare professionals continuously work to improve safety protocols and minimize such occurrences, but can more be done to ensure the safety of our littlest ones? What happened when a senator smuggled a fake bomb? In 2014, Australian Senator Bill Heffernan made headlines for his bold protest against new security measures at Parliament House. To illustrate his point about vulnerabilities, Heffernan cleverly smuggled a fake pipe bomb into the building itself. He did this to demonstrate the lack of proper security and how easily someone could breach the premises. During a Senate hearing, he unveiled the contraption, shocking his colleagues and sparking a conversation about safety in government buildings. His dramatic act raised eyebrows, but also ignited discussions about the adequacy of security arrangements. While some applauded his audacity in shining a light on security issues, others criticized his methods as reckless. This daring move stirred controversy, making people wonder how secure their public spaces truly are and what measures are in place to protect them against real threats. Is it really true that Yemenists claimed ownership of Mars? In 1997, an extraordinary legal case caught NASA's attention when 3 men from Yemen declared they had inherited the red planet from their ancestors. The lawsuit claimed that Mars should belong to them, raising eyebrows and chuckles among legal experts and space enthusiasts alike. NASA wasted no time in dismissing the case, firmly stating that outer space, including Mars, is the heritage of all humanity, not the property of individuals or nations. This unusual claim highlighted not only the whimsical side of legal disputes, but also pointed to the broader principles governing space exploration. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 clearly states that celestial bodies cannot be owned by anyone, a concept that ensures space remains free for exploration and scientific advancement. While the men may have had an interesting argument, NASA's position firmly reinforces the idea that Mars is meant for all of us to explore and appreciate. This might surprise you: Connecticut's role in America's beginnings. This state, known as the Constitution State, was one of the original 13 colonies that helped shape the United States. Its rich colonial history isn't just a story of the past. It's very much alive in the charming towns and stunning architecture you can still see today. Connecticut contributed significantly to America's early governance. In fact, one of its most famous documents, the Fundamental Orders of 1638-1639, is often considered the first written constitution in the Western tradition. This document laid the groundwork for future governance structures across the country. Walk through towns like Old Saybrook or Mystic, and you'll sense that history ringing through beautifully preserved buildings and quaint streets. Isn't it fascinating to think that such a small state had such a monumental impact on the nation's foundation? Did Dolph Lundgren's punch change Rocky IV forever? During the filming of Rocky IV, a scene took a wild turn when Dolph Lundgren accidentally delivered a serious blow to Sylvester Stallone. This unexpected moment occurred while they were filming a fight sequence, and that punch was no joke. Stallone ended up hospitalized for 9 days due to the impact. The injury was significant enough to cause swelling in his heart, leading to some scary moments. Stallone later joked about the incident, saying Lundgren could have easily killed him. While it was a tough time for Stallone, the incident also highlighted how intense and physically demanding the filming of action movies can be. Ultimately, both actors remained friends, and the film became a monumental part of Stallone's career, showing the hardships behind crafting iconic moments on screen. Can you imagine how different the movie would have been without that dramatic twist? Did you know about iCarly's surprising set history? The iconic set of the popular Nickelodeon show. iCarly has witnessed much more than quirky webcasts and wild adventures. This vibrant location, bursting with color and creativity, has also been the backdrop for other beloved high school shows, notably Saved by the Bell. The familiar cafeteria, classrooms, and colorful hallways have delighted fans by standing in for multiple fictional schools. This reuse of sets isn't just a clever cost-saving measure. It also adds a touch of nostalgia, connecting younger viewers with classic shows they may not have seen. Imagine stepping onto a set that has housed both Carly Shay's web show and the unforgettable antics of Zach Morris. These shared spaces in television history create a fascinating link between generations of fans, sparking curiosity about how different shows can share the same stage. What other shows might have tread the same boards? Can you believe someone hiccuped for 68 years? This incredible record belongs to Charles Osborne, who started hiccuping in 1922 while trying to weigh a hog. Imagine living with hiccups every day for nearly 7 decades. During his hiccuping spree, Osborne tried countless treatments, but none worked to stop the relentless rhythm of his body. His unique condition has puzzled doctors and fascinated people worldwide, turning him into a living medical mystery. Despite the challenges, Osborne continued to live his life, even making it to the Guinness World Records. His hiccups finally subsided shortly before his death in 1990, leaving behind a legacy as the longest bout of hiccups ever recorded. This bizarre tale serves as a reminder of how unpredictable the human body can be and the strange things that can happen throughout our lives. It also raises questions about how our bodies work and why some conditions remain unexplained. Are there other unusual medical stories waiting to be discovered? Here's a wild fact about German chocolate cake. You might be surprised to learn that this delicious dessert didn't actually come from Germany. Instead, it was created by an English-American baker named Samuel German, who developed a dark baking chocolate in 1852. The cake, as we know it today, is named after him, not the country. The original recipe called for layers of rich chocolate and a sweet coconut and pecan frosting. Since then, it's become a beloved treat, especially in the United States. Many people enjoy making it for birthdays and celebrations, giving it a special place at the table. So next time you dive into a slice of this scrumptious cake, you can impress your friends with this quirky bit of history. It's a reminder that food stories can often be unexpected, and the origins of our favorite treats are sometimes more fascinating than the flavors themselves. Here's what actually happens when you trace ancestry. Remarkably, research indicates that 95% of Europeans can trace their maternal lineage back to just 7 women who roamed the earth between 10,000 and 45,000 years ago. This fascinating discovery comes from mitochondrial DNA studies, which analyze the genetic material passed down through mothers. Mitochondrial DNA is special because it's inherited only from our mothers and can reveal deep insights into our ancestry. Scientists have connected these ancient women to many of us today, suggesting that a small pool of early mothers gave rise to the diverse populations we see in Europe now. This means that even if you come from different backgrounds, many of us share connections through these ancestral mothers. Isn't it incredible to think about how interconnected we really are across thousands of years? What stories do these ancient women carry within our genes? Have you ever wondered why the Amazon matters so much? The Amazon rainforest, located in Brazil, is not just the largest rainforest in the world. It plays a crucial role in our planet's health. Often called the lungs of the Earth, the Amazon generates around 20% of the world's oxygen, making it essential for our survival. This incredible ecosystem houses an astonishing variety of plants and animals, many of which can't be found anywhere else on the planet. The trees in the Amazon absorb carbon dioxide while releasing oxygen, helping to combat climate change. Unfortunately, deforestation and climate change threaten this vital resource, jeopardizing oxygen production in the homes of countless species. Protecting the Amazon is not just a concern for Brazil, it affects everyone on Earth. So what can we do to help safeguard this beautiful rainforest and all it provides? Most people don't know this, but the Kuiper Belt is fascinating. This vast icy region of space lies just beyond Neptune's orbit and stretches billions of kilometers into the dark expanse of our solar system. It's home to many icy bodies, including well-known dwarf planets like Pluto and Eris, which challenge our understanding of what a planet really is. Scientists believe the Kuiper Belt serves as a remnant of the early solar system, containing materials that never came together to form a planet. It's like a treasure chest of cosmic artifacts, and there could be many undiscovered worlds hidden within. As we explore more, we may find new celestial bodies that could shed light on how our solar system formed and evolved over billions of years. Who knows what secrets this mysterious region holds in its icy embrace? Here's what actually happens when balloons float away. Each year, the Paper Balloon Festival in Myanmar captures the imagination of thousands with its dazzling displays. This vibrant event showcases the creation and release of giant, illuminated balloons, which soar high into the night sky. These beautiful creations aren't just for show, they symbolize purification and spiritual rebirth by helping to release negative energies. As the balloons ascend, onlookers gather to marvel at the soft glow illuminating the evening, creating a magical atmosphere filled with hope and renewal. People believe that as the balloons rise, they carry their worries and troubles away, allowing for fresh starts. The festival draws together families and communities, providing an opportunity to celebrate life and lighten emotional burdens. With each balloon released, a collective wish for positivity and joy fills the air. So next time you see a balloon drifting away, think of the hopes it might carry. Can you freeze in ice for over 4 hours? On May 24, 2024, Andre Bellaby Elmo set a remarkable world record for the longest duration of total contact with ice, lasting an astounding 4 hours and 5 minutes in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. While this might sound extreme, Andre's goal was more than just a personal challenge. He aimed to raise awareness for autism. Preparing for this event took serious dedication, as he trained for over a year, incorporating various exercises to help his body cope with the freezing temperatures. Andre's accomplishment not only highlights human resilience, but also draws attention to important social issues. He faced harsh conditions, but his commitment to promoting understanding of autism turned his extraordinary feat into a powerful message. Activities like this can inspire others, showing how individuals can turn their passions into platforms for advocacy. Imagine the courage it takes to not only endure the cold, but to use that experience to foster empathy and support. What exceptional lengths might others go to for a cause they believe in? Hard to believe, but Marie Curie faced scandal. In the early 20th century, the brilliant scientist Marie Curie found herself in a difficult situation when her love affair with a married physicist became public knowledge. Her personal life suddenly drew as much attention as her groundbreaking work on radioactivity. When their private letters were leaked, it sparked a wave of public scrutiny, and the Nobel Committee even pressured her to skip her second Nobel Prize ceremony to avoid further scandal. Amid all this drama, Albert Einstein stood by her side, encouraging her to embrace her achievements and attend the ceremony. Marie showed remarkable courage in the face of criticism by ultimately accepting the award. Her determination not only highlighted her scientific prowess, but also emphasized her strength in navigating the complexities of her personal and professional life. How inspiring is that? Hard to believe, but bleeding heart flowers can attract hummingbirds. These stunning plants are famous for their charming pink heart-shaped blooms, which seem to drip with droplets, creating a whimsical look in gardens. Thriving in shady and cooler spots, they can adapt to a range of soil types, making them a favorite for gardeners. Beyond their beauty, bleeding hearts play an essential role in supporting local wildlife, especially bees and hummingbirds, adding important biodiversity to your garden. Interestingly, the plant contains natural toxins that keep hungry herbivores at bay, helping it flourish without being nibbled away. Their unique shape and coloration have earned them a place in various cultures as symbols of love and compassion. So if you're looking to spruce up your garden, consider planting these delightful flowers, which not only brighten your space, but also invite some lively visitors. Did you know the origins of the Guinness Book of Records? The famous Guinness Book of Records actually started as a way to settle arguments. Back in the early 1950s, Sir Hugh Beaver, who was the managing director of the Guinness Brewery, found himself in a debate about the fastest game bird in Europe during a hunting trip. There was no reliable source to confirm the answer, and this sparked an idea. Beaver realized that there were many similar disputes happening in pubs across the UK, and there was no single book to provide definitive answers. In 1955, the first edition of the Guinness Book of Records was published, aiming to resolve such bar bets and disputes. It quickly became popular, not just as a reference book, but also as a fun read filled with astonishing facts and unbelievable records. Since then, the book has evolved into a globally recognized publication, celebrating human achievements and extraordinary feats in every corner of the world. How cool is it that a simple solution to a bar argument created such a beloved record-breaking tradition? What if I told you about Cleopatra's Beach? Mark Antony, the famous Roman general and lover of Cleopatra, went to incredible lengths to impress her. In a stunning gesture of love, he transported tons of sand all the way from Egypt to Turkey, creating a beautiful beach on Cedar Island just for her. Imagine that, an artificial beach, complete with the soft, golden sands of her homeland, allowed Cleopatra to feel at home while relaxing in the Aegean sun. This romantic act not only showcased Antony's dedication, but also highlighted the lavish lifestyle of the ancient elite. The beach became a luxurious escape and a symbol of their passionate relationship. Just think about it, a sandy paradise made with love. Isn't it fascinating to see how history intertwines romance with grand gestures? Can you believe the size of the MSC Tessa? This massive container ship is officially the largest in the world, with a jaw-dropping capacity to carry up to 24,116 standard containers. To put that into perspective, imagine stacking a city's worth of cargo on one ship. The MSC Tessa stretches nearly 1,312 feet long and 201 feet wide, making it a true giant of the oceans. This vessel doesn't just impress with its size, it plays a vital role in global trade. By connecting major ports across the globe, the MSC Tessa ensures that goods from all corners of the world reach consumers efficiently. Whether transporting electronics, clothing, or even food, this giant ship is crucial in keeping the wheels of trade turning. Imagine how many trucks would be required to move the same amount of cargo. Every day, the MSC Tessa navigates the bustling waters, linking countries and economies. Its massive presence highlights not only the advancements in maritime engineering, but also the importance of shipping in our interconnected world. Isn't it amazing how one ship can affect so many lives? What if you wore a watch made of eyelashes? This unique watch design features a frame covered in real eyelashes, creating a striking and original way to tell time. Instead of the usual hands and numbers, you read the time through the spaces between the soft fibers, giving it a fascinating twist. Imagine glancing at your wrist and seeing a blend of art and functionality. The watch not only serves its practical purpose, but also sparks conversations and raises eyebrows. Designed to challenge traditional timepieces, it showcases innovation in fashion tech. Perfect for those who love to stand out or appreciate quirky accessories, this watch is more than just a tool. It's a statement piece. Made with attention to detail, these watches highlight craftsmanship and creativity, appealing to both trendsetters and art lovers alike. Whether for a gift or a personal treat, the eyelash watch redefines how we perceive time and style. Who wouldn't want to wear a piece of art that tells the time in such an unexpected way? Why is the Berlin Gold hat so special? The Berlin Gold hat is a captivating artifact that stands at 2 feet tall and is expertly crafted from thin sheets of gold leaf. Found in Germany, this hat dates back to 1800 BC and represents one of the finest examples of Bronze Age craftsmanship in Europe. Out of only 4 known conical golden hats from this period, it holds the title of the best preserved specimen. But what makes it even more fascinating lies in its purpose. Scholars believe these hats could have been used in ceremonial rituals, possibly indicating the wearer's status or even marking significant astronomical events. The intricate designs on the gold surface may reflect ancient beliefs about the cosmos or the changing seasons. Imagine the stories this golden wonder could tell about the people who lived thousands of years ago. Today, it offers us a rare glimpse into the distant past, connecting us to a time when extraordinary craftsmanship and deep spiritual significance were intertwined. What do you think this artifact can teach us about early European cultures? Can you imagine Malta's bravery during World War II? Despite facing relentless bombings, Malta stood strong as a crucial outpost for the Allies. Its strategic location in the Mediterranean made it vital for controlling supply routes and launching operations against Axis forces. Throughout the war, the Maltese people showed remarkable resilience, enduring immense hardship while providing essential support to Allied troops. In 1942, in recognition of their courage, King George VI got awarded Malta the George Cross, a prestigious civilian honor rarely given. This award not only celebrated their bravery, but also became a key part of Malta's national identity, symbolizing the island's determination and spirit during some of the darkest days of the conflict. Today, the George Cross is prominently displayed on the national flag, reminding everyone of Malta's heroic past. How does a small island become a symbol of bravery? Have you ever wondered how paper got its start? It's fascinating to discover that in history, old clothes played a vital role in making paper. Early European paper was often produced using recycled linen and cotton rags. This recycling process was not just innovative, but essential, especially during times of war when fresh fabric was hard to come by. Instead of tossing out worn-out garments, people would collect them, breaking them down into pulp to create new sheets of paper. This practice not only addressed the pressing demand for paper, but also reduced waste, showcasing a clever approach to resource management. As a result, what once served as clothing found a new life as a medium for writing, art, and communication. So every time you touch a sheet of paper, you can appreciate the journey it undertook, from being someone's old shirt to becoming part of history. Isn't that incredible? Why exactly does the Tetris effect impact our minds? This fascinating phenomenon occurs when people engage frequently in activities like gaming or listening to music, causing their brains to start seeing patterns related to those experiences in daily life. For example, someone who plays Tetris for hours might find themselves envisioning falling blocks or strategizing how to fit objects together while performing mundane tasks. This happens because our brains are incredibly adaptable and can modify how we perceive reality based on repeated stimuli. The Tetris effect shows just how powerful repetition can be. as these mental patterns can even creep into our dreams. It's a striking reminder that our habits don't just shape our skills, they shape our very thoughts and perceptions. So next time you find yourself daydreaming about stacking shapes, you might just be experiencing the Tetris effect in action. Prepare to be amazed by botanical sexism. This curious practice happens in many urban areas, where cities choose to plant mainly cloned male plants. The reason behind this decision is simple. Male plants don't produce the messy fruits and flowers that can litter sidewalks and parks. However, there's a twist. While avoiding messy cleanup, cities inadvertently raise pollen levels in the air, since male plants release their pollen to fertilize female counterparts. For allergy sufferers, this can mean more sneezes and itchy eyes during pollen season. Although the intention is to keep our streets tidy, the outcome can lead to unforeseen health issues for those sensitive to allergens. So, is it really worth sacrificing a balanced mix of male and female plants for aesthetics? Understanding the impact of our planting choices can help us create healthier, urban environments for everyone. Here's a wild fact about alligators. In 2012, a 63-year-old man named Wallace Weatherhold from Florida had a shocking encounter when an alligator bit off his hand. What led to this intense moment? Wallace was illegally feeding the alligator, which is not just a dangerous action, but also illegal. Instead of sympathy for his misfortune, he faced legal consequences for breaking the law and putting himself and the animal in danger. This incident highlights the unexpected repercussions that can arise from interacting with wild creatures. Alligators are powerful and unpredictable in nature, and feeding them can lead to aggressive behavior and dependency on humans for food. Wildlife experts stress the importance of respecting these animals from a safe distance. So next time you see wildlife, remember, it's best to admire them without trying to handle or feed them. Who knew a simple mistake could lead to such a dramatic turn of events? Have you ever seen a turtle hide completely? Box turtles, native to North America, have a fascinating feature: their hinged shell. This special design allows them to close up tightly, offering superb protection from predators. You can imagine how effective this can be when a hungry animal comes snooping around. Box turtles are known for being slow movers, but don't let that fool you. They are also incredibly resilient, with a lifespan that can exceed 50 years. This combination of a protective shell and long life makes them a remarkable example of nature's evolutionary creativity. When threatened, a box turtle can tuck itself away, staying safe until the danger passes. Their shells, beautifully patterned and often quite colorful, aren't just for show. They serve a crucial purpose in helping them survive in the wild. As you observe these gentle creatures, consider how their unique adaptations have helped them thrive for generations. Isn't it amazing how nature equips animals with just the right tools to survive? Hard to believe, but the government has a big job. The government is tasked with providing information to all citizens, playing a crucial role in promoting transparency and accountability. This responsibility is emphasized repeatedly, highlighting how important it is for citizens to access essential facts about their rights, public services, and community issues. By ensuring that people have this information, governments help foster a well-informed public, which is vital for a healthy democracy. Imagine how chaotic things would be if we didn't have clear guidelines or updates on laws, health, and safety. Also, access to information empowers individuals to engage more actively in their communities and hold officials accountable. As citizens, staying informed equips us with the knowledge we need to make sound decisions and participate in discussions that shape our lives. So how well do you think your government is doing in sharing information with you? Did you know there are 4 giraffe species? While many people think of giraffes as a single species, the truth is much more fascinating. Scientists have identified 4 distinct species that differ in appearance and genetics. These are the southern giraffe, the Maasai giraffe, the reticulated giraffe, and the northern giraffe. Each species has unique patterns on their coats, which serve as a form of identification, much like fingerprints do for humans. For instance, the reticulated giraffe features a distinctive net-like pattern of cream and dark brown, while the Maasai giraffe has jagged, irregular patches. Sadly, giraffes face threats due to habitat loss and poaching, leading to declines in some populations. Understanding that there are multiple species highlights the importance of conservation efforts and the need to protect these magnificent creatures in the wild. How can we help ensure their survival? Can you imagine catching every giant freshwater fish? In a thrilling conclusion to his epic journey, our hero took on the ultimate challenge, completing the entire side quest of life. This journey was more than just a leisurely pastime. It involved fishing in rivers, lakes, and oceans, all in pursuit of these massive, awe-inspiring creatures. With each catch, he faced unique challenges, from battling fierce currents to understanding the habitats of these giants. The show depicted not just his fishing prowess, but also the excitement and dedication that come with mastering such a diverse skill set. Each giant fish found represented a milestone, adding to his experience and shaping his character in incredible ways. By the end of the show, he had not only achieved his goal, but also inspired countless viewers to appreciate the wonders of nature and perhaps even take on a few quests of their own. What adventures await you in the great outdoors? Did you know that Erich Garnier climbed under the Eiffel Tower? In an incredible display of skill and bravery, this French climber ascended a staggering 360 feet beneath the iconic landmark in only 18 minutes. This feat not only highlights Garnier's exceptional climbing technique, but also his impressive physical endurance. Climbing under such a historically significant structure adds an exhilarating twist to the usual climbing stories we hear. Imagine scaling a vertical surface located in one of the most famous cities in the world. Each minute of the climb was probably filled with a mix of exhilaration and adrenaline, pushing him to tap into his inner strength and focus. The Eiffel Tower, a classic symbol of Paris, served as both a backdrop and a challenge, making Garnier's achievement even more remarkable. What do you think motivates climbers like Erich to take on such daring challenges? Believe it or not, chocolate bars include insect parts. You might be surprised to learn that the delectable chocolate you enjoy often contains tiny insect bits, specifically around 8 insect legs per average chocolate bar. This might sound gross, but there's no need to worry. During food processing, it's nearly impossible to keep every tiny bug out of our snacks, and regulations allow for small amounts of these harmless ingredients. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, even has safety standards that accept this, considering that these bug parts pose no real health risk. So while you're savoring that creamy chocolate, just remember that a few insect legs might be mingling in there too. It's all part of the reality of farming and food production. Who knew indulging in a sweet treat involves such quirky science? Incredible self-taught lawyers from prison change their fate. This surprising reality showcases the resilience and determination of some inmates who have taken their legal battles into their own hands. While serving time, these individuals have dedicated themselves to studying complex legal principles, often using prison libraries or available resources to gain knowledge. With hard work and perseverance, they've not only learned how to advocate for themselves, but have also successfully overturned their own wrongful convictions. This phenomenon highlights the extraordinary ability of people to challenge their circumstances and engage with the legal system, even from behind bars. Cases like these inspire many, showing that the quest for justice knows no boundaries. By transforming their lives through education and tenacity, these remarkable individuals remind us that the fight for fairness can happen in the most unexpected places. How many more untold stories like this exist in prisons around the world? Can you imagine that Charleston shook in 1886? This powerful earthquake rocked Charleston, South Carolina, with such intensity that it caused many to think Florida might have broken off from the mainland. It was one of the strongest quakes ever recorded in the southeastern United States, shaking homes and buildings so violently that they crumbled. The tremors were felt far beyond South Carolina, reaching as far as Georgia and Tennessee, creating chaos in towns and disrupting rail lines. Given how rare earthquakes are in this region, the event left residents in shock and changed how people viewed seismic activity in the East. To this day, the 1886 quake is remembered as a pivotal moment in American geological history. It reminds us that nature can surprise us, even where we least expect it. Believe it or not, the Caspian Sea is a giant lake. This massive body of water, often mistaken for an ocean, holds the title of the world's largest lake. Located between Europe and Asia, the Caspian Sea spans about 143,000 square miles, making it bigger than any other freshwater or saltwater lake. What makes it truly unique is that it is completely landlocked, meaning it has no rivers draining into the ocean. Instead, the Caspian Sea is classified as an endorheic basin, which is a fancy way of saying that its water doesn't flow out to other places. It has several rivers flowing into it, like the Volga, but none that let its waters escape. Not only does this define its status as a lake, but it also creates a fascinating ecosystem host to diverse wildlife, including sturgeonfish, famous for their caviar. Isn't it incredible to think about this vast lake with such intriguing features? Step inside Winnie the Pooh's magical home. Airbnb has teamed up with the original illustrator to recreate the iconic house of our favorite bear in Ashdown Forest, England. This charming replica offers fans a unique chance to experience the world of Pooh and his friends just as they imagined it. With cozy nooks and whimsical decor, every corner of the house echoes the warmth and adventure of the honey-loving bear's stories. Visitors can explore the lush surroundings where Pooh and Piglet roamed, offering a truly immersive adventure. Whether you're a lifelong fan or just curious, this enchanting getaway promises delightful moments filled with nostalgia. Imagine sipping tea in the very spot where Pooh pondered his next snack. So gather your friends or family and dive into the world of whimsical tales. What could be more fun? Turns out the truth is that speed matters in soccer. In 2009, Shahidullah Lam made headlines by scoring the fastest goal in soccer history, finding the net just 2.5 seconds after kickoff. Imagine the excitement as the referee blew the whistle and Lam seized the moment with lightning-fast reflexes. This incredible feat not only stunned fans but also highlighted how split-second decisions can change the game. Professional soccer players train rigorously to enhance their reaction times, proving that every second counts on the pitch. Lam's record demonstrates the blend of skill, anticipation, and instinct that defines elite athletes. As viewers, we often overlook the sheer athleticism involved in each play. But moments like Lam's remind us how thrilling and unpredictable soccer can be. Can you imagine the buzz in the stadium as historical records are shattered? Have you ever thought peppers are vegetables? Surprisingly, they're actually classified as fruits, specifically as berries. This might sound odd at first, but it's all about how botanists define these terms. In botanical terms, a fruit is the part of a plant that develops from its flowers and contains seeds. Peppers fit this description perfectly as they grow from the flowering part of the plant and house seeds inside. This means that while we often treat them as vegetables in our salads and dishes, they are biologically fruits. Imagine biting into a bell pepper and realizing it's more closely related to strawberries or tomatoes than to lettuce. This classification can change how we think about cooking and nutrition too. By considering peppers as fruits, it opens up possibilities for how we use them in recipes. For instance, they can add a sweet kick to fruit salads or smoothies. So next time you're enjoying your favorite pepper, remember that you're not just munching on a vegetable, but savoring a berry in disguise. Here's a wild fact about Salar de Uyuni. This stunning salt flat in Bolivia is the largest of its kind on Earth, covering an impressive area of over 10,000 square kilometers. But it's not just a beautiful landscape. Its expansive and extremely flat surface makes it an ideal spot for calibrating satellites. The unique characteristics of Salar de Uyuni provide a perfect reference point for scientists. With its bright white surface reflecting sunlight, it creates a striking visual that resembles a giant mirror. When it rains, a thin layer of water transforms the salt crust into a dazzling, reflective lake, attracting tourists seeking breathtaking views. The vastness of Salar de Uyuni means that satellite operators can ensure their equipment is working accurately, helping with everything from GPS navigation to weather forecasting. Could this incredible natural wonder play an even bigger role in our tech-driven world? Did you know racehorses enjoy beer after races? It might sound surprising, But many racehorses and performance horses are treated to a refreshing beer after they compete. This practice isn't just for fun. Beer contains carbohydrates, iron, and essential vitamins that aid in muscle recovery. After a strenuous race, horses need to replenish their energy and nutrients, and beer can provide a quick boost. Carbohydrates help refuel their muscles, while iron supports oxygen transport in the blood, which is crucial for recovery. Additionally, the vitamins found in beer contribute to overall health, making it a favorite among trainers looking to help their horses bounce back. Of course, it's important to note that this is done in moderation, and not every horse gets beer after every race. The key is to ensure that the horses receive the right balance of nutrition for their specific needs. So next time you hear about a racehorse enjoying a cold one, remember it's more than just a quirky tradition, it's a recovery strategy. Ever thought about why the White House closed its doors? For over 56 years, this iconic building welcomed everyday citizens until a rowdy event in 1829 changed everything. During President Andrew Jackson's inauguration, a staggering 20,000 people flooded the grounds, hoping to catch a glimpse of their new leader. The celebration quickly spiraled into chaos as ecstatic crowds jostled for space and created a scene that felt more like a festival than a formal ceremony. In a twist, President Jackson had to make a dramatic escape through a window. To regain control, his aides concocted a clever plan. They lured people outside with the promise of whiskey and orange juice, clearing the building of its unwieldy guests. This wild day marked a turning point, leading to restrictions on public access that remain to this day. Can you imagine the White House filled with thousands of eager citizens? Let's uncover the truth about Tampa Bay's rat law. In Tampa Bay, Florida, it's actually illegal for rats to leave docked ships. This unusual law points to a serious concern: preventing the spread of disease. Ships historically transported not just goods but also pests, which could cause significant health risks. By keeping rats confined to their vessels, the law aims to reduce the chances of infections affecting the local population. This regulation emphasizes the importance of pest control not just for ship owners, but for communities relying on a healthy environment. It's a fascinating blend of maritime tradition and modern public health measures. So next time you hear about rats in a port, remember this quirky law and the serious intent behind it, ensuring the safety of everyone in the Bay Area. Did you know George R.R. Martin bought the first Comic-Con ticket? Back in 1970, Comic-Con was just a budding event in New York, attracting only a handful of enthusiastic fans. The legendary author of A Song of Ice and Fire famously took the plunge on that very first ticket, marking the start of an annual celebration of comics, movies, and pop culture. Fast forward to today, and Comic-Con has exploded into one of the largest gatherings for fans across the globe, drawing tens of thousands of attendees every year. It features not just comics, but also panels with filmmakers, sneak peeks at upcoming shows, and exclusive merchandise. What was once a niche event has transformed into a vibrant cultural phenomenon. So next time you see a bustling Comic-Con, remember its humble beginnings with just a single ticket in the hands of a future literary giant. Cricket fans, have you heard about bowling? Bowling is the art of delivering the ball in cricket, and it's more than just a simple throw. It involves a smooth, rhythmic arm motion that players master over time. This elegant technique is what sets cricket apart from many other sports. When a bowler takes their run-up, they focus on their body mechanics to generate speed and spin, making each delivery a unique challenge for the batsman. The bowler must keep their elbow straight and follow through with their arm to ensure accuracy and power. Mastering the perfect delivery can take years of practice, and different types of bowlers, like fast bowlers and spin bowlers, have distinct styles and strategies. Fast bowlers aim for speed and bounce, while spinners create tricky spins that can confuse batsmen. This blend of skill and strategy is what makes cricket so captivating. So the next time you watch a match, pay close attention to the bowlers and appreciate the craft behind every delivery. Can you believe your heart pumps so much blood? The heart is truly the hardest working muscle in your body, tirelessly pumping over 2,000 gallons of blood every single day. That's enough to fill a swimming pool in just a few weeks. This incredible organ beats more than 2.5 billion times in an average 70-year lifespan, which is like running a marathon day in and day out without a break. Each time your heart contracts, it sends oxygen-rich blood throughout your body, nourishing your organs and tissues while also helping to remove waste products. It's not just about quantity either. The efficiency of your heart is vital. It adjusts its pace during different activities, speeding up when you exercise and slowing down while you rest. That's why keeping your heart healthy with proper nutrition, regular exercise, and good lifestyle choices is crucial. Your heart works hard for you day and night. Doesn't it deserve some care in return? Prepare to be amazed by the Mongolian deathworm. In the vast and arid Gobi Desert, a fascinating legend persists about a creature feared by many, the Mongolian deathworm. Locals claim this mysterious worm can deliver powerful electric shocks to its prey, which seems quite extraordinary. Described as a large, fat, and reddish creature, it supposedly lurks beneath the sand, waiting for unsuspecting victims. While scientists are skeptical and have yet to find evidence of its existence, the tales continue to capture the imagination of adventurers and folklore enthusiasts alike. Some even suggest it could be a rare species of worm with unknown abilities. Whether it's the stuff of legends or an undiscovered creature, the Mongolian deathworm reminds us of the rich tapestry of beliefs that color our understanding of nature. What other hidden wonders might be out there waiting to be discovered? Guess what ladybugs do when they're in danger? When threatened, these charming little insects can actually bleed from their knees. This unusual response is called reflex bleeding, and it releases a stinky yellow fluid that deters predators. Imagine being a hungry bird or another insect and suddenly being hit with a foul smell. Yikes! The bright red and black colors of ladybugs aren't just for show. They serve as a warning to potential attackers, signaling that they can be toxic. This unique combination of vibrant coloration and their ability to bleed helps them survive in the wild. Ladybugs have learned to embrace this clever defense strategy, showcasing how nature equips creatures with the tools they need to thrive. So the next time you spot a ladybug crawling by, remember that its cuteness might come with a hidden superpower. Isn't nature fascinating? Guess what really drives the Gila monster's survival? These fascinating lizards, native to the southwestern United States and Mexico, are among the few venomous lizard species on the planet. Gila monsters store fat in their tails, which acts like a backup food supply during times when hunting is tough. This unique adaptation allows them to survive in harsh environments where food can be scarce. When Gila monsters do catch their prey, which often includes small mammals and bird eggs, they use their specialized grooved teeth to deliver venom. This venom may seem scary, but it serves two main purposes: protecting the lizard from predators and helping to immobilize their prey. Interestingly, Gila monsters are not aggressive unless threatened, and they spend most of their time basking in the sun or hiding in burrows during the hot part of the day. Isn't it amazing how nature equips creatures like Gila monsters to thrive in their environment? Hard to believe, but dragonflies have a tricky start. In their nymph stage, these fascinating creatures live mainly in water, like ponds and streams, for several months. Once they hatch from their eggs, dragonfly mothers often face a sad fate. They usually die shortly afterward. This process, known as senescence, occurs because the mother focuses all her energy on laying and protecting her eggs, ensuring the next generation has the best chance to thrive. While the nymphs are busy growing in their watery homes, they become expert hunters, feeding on smaller aquatic organisms. They even swim backwards and can dart around with incredible agility. After several months of development, the nymphs eventually emerge from the water, transforming into beautiful adult dragonflies. This life cycle showcases the resilience and dedication of these remarkable insects, even if it means the mother won't be around to see her young take flight.